Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the circus. Thank you for joining us this evening. Let's give it up for Bruce Charlie Johnson. Just as a note, Bruce is the inspiration of this evening and will be our circus historian. You'll hear more from him later. So happy we have Bruce. And also for Jameson Colagrassi on the mighty Wurlitzer organ tonight. All right, we are the Radio Enthusiasts of Puget Sound. We're a nonprofit organization that's been around the Puget Sound area for over 30 years. Very happy to have you all joining us for some live-read reenactments of radio classics inspired by the circus. And we're going to get started with a little music tonight. So I'd like to welcome to the stage the fabulous Jen Olivier and Ira McCauley, giving you Little Bitty Tear.
A little bitty tear let me down, spoiled my act as a clown. I had it made up not to make a frown, but a little bitty tear let me down. You said you were leaving tomorrow, that today was our last day. I said there'd be no sorrow, that I'd laugh as you walked away, but a little bitty tear let me down, spoiled my act as a clown. I had it made up not to make a frown, but a little bitty tear let me down. I said I'd laugh when you left me, pull a funny as you went out the door, that I'd have another waiting and I'd wave goodbye as you go, but a little bitty tear let me down, spoiled my act as a clown. I had it made up not to make a frown, but a little bitty tear let me down. everything went as I planned it, and I really put on quite a show. In my heart I felt I could stand it till you walked with your grip through the door. Then a little bitty tear, it let me down, and it spoiled my act as a clown. I had it all made up not to make a frown, but a little bitty tear let me down. A little bitty tear let me down. Just a little bitty tear, it let me.
Bravo, Jen and Ira. Thank you. And now we'll bring to the stage our circus historian and clown extraordinaire, Mr. Bruce Charlie Johnson.
Good evening. I'd like to share a little bit of circus history with you tonight. The man who's considered to be the father of the modern circus is Philip Astley, and he was an equestrian, and he wasn't the first equestrian to do his act riding in the circle. Others had done that, but he's the father of the circus because in 1768 there was a special election in the town of Brentford, England, and anybody could vote if they could get to the town. And a tailor who had never been on a horse before decided he would cravings, and Philip Astley decided to turn it into a topical clown act. So he would come out into the ring and he'd try to get on the horse, and he'd try to jump on, and he'd jump too far and fall off on the other side. He'd eventually get on the horse, but he was looking at the tail instead of looking at the horse's neck. And eventually when he got turned around the right direction, the horse bucked him off, and then the horse chased him out of the ring. Yeah, yay horse. Philip Astley's success with his first circus inspired many other people to start their own circuses in England and in Europe. And every single one of them required that their clown perform Philip Astley's act, which was called Billy Buttons, or the Tailor's Ride to Brentford. In 1793, the first circus came to the equestrian could just stand there firmly over the center of the back, but to do Billy Buttons, they had to push their balance and almost fall off without quite toppling off the ride. So he spent 2 years practicing riding a horse, and finally he learned enough that he could do the tailor's ride. So John Durang became the first American-born circus clown once he finally learned how to do that. It wasn't just the owners of the show that required clowns to do that. The audiences did too, and that led to problems in Quebec. The first show of the circus up there, the tailors were upset that the clown was making fun of them doing Billy Buttons, and they rioted. So the circus manager decided, well, I don't want to riot the second night, so he eliminated Billy Buttons from the show. The rest of the people in town rioted because they were disappointed they didn't get to see such a famous circus act. So the master tailors announced that if anybody caused problems the next day, they would be kicked out of the guild and not be able to work in town anymore. Clowns play an important role in the circus. Part of it is that contrasts. We judge things by contrast, and a comedy act makes a serious act seem more thrilling, and a thrilling act makes the comedy act seem funnier. And I've had an opportunity to direct a variety show in Borneo. It was clowns from all over the world. We had several clowns from Asia, a couple of us from the United States, and clowns from England perform. And the producer of the show hired a serious magician just to be contrast to all the clowns. So I did my comedy magic first, and then he did his serious magic, and then we finished with the rest of the clowns. Another thing that clowns do is what I was doing tonight. In the circus, it's called a come-in. In the theater, it's called the pre-show. And the purpose of that is first to greet the audience. Second is to get them to stop thinking about problems they've had on the way. The third is to start to unite them so group dynamics increase their appreciation of the show. And then the last thing is that the clown moves to the stage or the ring where the rest of the acts are going to take place, so everybody focuses their attention there and they're ready for the show to begin. Another thing that circus clowns do is they fill breaks in the show. If the riggers need time to move the props around for the next act, the clowns come in and do a show. And sometimes it's unexpected, and you have to go in and you improvise things. The hardest break is one that's caused by an injury. In 1981 was with Carson and Barnes. My friend Ricky was doing his slackwire act and he fell. And the ringmaster whistled me in, and when I ran in, I saw Ricky lying motionless, and the prop boys improvised a stretcher and carried him out. And the ringmaster immediately said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky has only had his breath knocked out." Well, I knew he was going to say that to reassure the audience, but I didn't know if he was telling the truth. And I didn't know if Ricky just knocked his breath out or if he was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. And it's hard under those conditions to focus on being funny. And I had to continue performing long enough for the next act to be ready to come in unexpectedly. Oh, yeah, yeah, when I exited the tent, he was walking around, so he did just have his breath knocked out of him. And then circus people feel responsibility for the safety of the audience. I was in the Carson Barnes tent in 1980 when I was setting up the back door curtain. "Ricky's okay, you don't have to stop." And my partner yelled, "Bruce, run!" And I saw the owner of the show run past me, so I thought, well, if those two are running, maybe I better run too. And I followed the owner out, and we ducked behind a truck in the menagerie, and I looked back and I saw the tent billow up and tear in half. And the quarter poles are tied to the canvas, so if it billows, the poles don't fall. And also the weight of the poles, since it took 3 people to carry one of those poles, the weight helps secure the tent. The quarter pole swung right through I'd been standing and hit a big crate and crushed the crate. If I hadn't run, I would have been killed. The next year, we happened to be in my hometown. I hadn't been there for 20 years. And all of a sudden, the canvas billowed, and some of the ushers ran. And the people in that seating section stood up, and the ringmaster said, "Ladies and gentlemen, there is no problem." And I'm on the front track doing a bit while they're taking down the big cat arena. And then he says, "Well, just as a precaution, we're going to evacuate the tent." So I'm ushering everybody out, and there was just one woman left who had mobility issues. So I gave her my arm and was helping her exit the tent, and the ringmaster came back on, and he said, "Oh, Charlie, we're going to start the show again right where we left off. We're going to let everybody back in." So I helped usher people back in. And then he said, "Charlie, we're going to start right where we stopped with the dog act." Well, what he was doing was telling me we were skipping 6 acts. And I had to do a very quick costume change because my juggling act was next. So I had to walk out of the tent. And then once I got outside, I had to run as fast as I could for my compartment in the sleeper and change clothes and get back in. I went to dinner at my grandmother's house that night, and my uncle said, "Oh, Bruce, as long as I could see you standing there, I knew we were safe." And I told him, "No, you weren't. I was just waiting for you to get out so I could run." most of the circus acts in 1800, Joseph Grimaldi became the father of modern clowning, and white-faced clowns had existed before, but they'd always been a supporting character, and he was the first clown who was a white face to become the star of the show. And his shows were described as being a live-action Warner's Brother cartoon with chases and comic violence, but he was also a singer, and he started a song that was called Hot Codlins. And hot codlins are baked apples, and when he got to the end of the verse, he would stop, and the audience, because they knew his song, would yell out the last word of that chorus. So we're going to practice. This is the last word of the first chorus. So on the count of three, everybody read this word. 1, 2, 3. Gin. Okay, when you see that sign again, call out gin. A little old lady, her living got by selling hot codlins, hot, hot, hot. And though this little woman who codlins sold, though her codlins were hot, she felt herself cold. So to keep herself warm, she thought it no sin to fetch for herself a quartern of gin. Oh, for shame. Riddle itty itty itty, riddle titty titty lay. It became such a popular song that for 50 years after Joseph Grimaldi passed away, if somebody was a white-faced clown in the British Empire, he was expected to sing that song. Shortly after that, according to legend, an American acrobat who was working in Berlin was being punished for missing an easy trick, so he was banned to the dressing room for a show, which meant he wasn't going to be paid for that show. He put on a wig backwards and the coat inside out and was impersonating the owner of the show, and the owner of the show came in behind him, and when he found out that he had been discovered, he started running to get away. He accidentally ran into the tent, tripped over the ring curb, got up, trying to get out. He tripped over the ring curb going the other direction, and the audience all yelled, a goose, which means fool. It may or may not be true. Some people think the word a goose didn't exist until after he became such a famous clown. But it started a new fad of clowns where it was somebody who would come in from outside, who wasn't part of the show, and either they would tell the circus people they were doing everything wrong, or they would try to get involved in the show. And my favorite example of it was a man would come in with a piece of paper in his hand, and it had an address that he was looking for, and he would see a real tall lamppost, and he would walk over to it, and the light wasn't quite bright enough, so he held his hand up so the light shone on the paper better, but now the words were too far away for him to read. So he wrapped his arms and legs around the pole and climbed up the lamp pole till he was just below the lamp, but the base of the lamp was blocking the light, so he held out the piece of paper to read it, which made him lose his grip, and he very slowly slid back down the pole. So he climbed up the pole again, and this time he climbed up on top of the lamp, but now he was above the light. So he bent down to put the piece of paper into the light, and the pole started to bend forward. So he straightened it back up, and now the pole went backwards. And the pole kept swinging back and forth, and he almost fell off, and he just saved himself at the end. And then finally he would do a handstand on top of the lamp, and by shifting his weight, go back and forth, and then finally in a circle. And the audience realized that they'd been fooled, that he really was a very skilled acrobat, and he'd slide down the pole and run into the middle of the ring, and the ringmaster would announce his name, and he would accept his applause. In 1874, my type of clown is called a tramp clown. In 1874, Tom Heath and Jim McIntyre introduced a new type of clown in a circus performance in Houston, and they played Henry and Alexander, and this is how their act would start. Did that train stop? No, it didn't stop. It didn't even hesitate. Henry, you've got egg on your chin. That's not egg, that's just clay from the ditch where I slept last night. Well, didn't that lady I sent you up to give you some breakfast? No, she didn't. I know she looked kind of hard. And I got down on my hands and knees and started eating the grass and come around to the backyard and I'll show you where the grass is longer. The Goose Clown was pretty much of a solo clown until about 1895, and a pair of clowns joined together. It was Foutit, who was started off as a British equestrian. He was very successful in England. He moved to Paris. A black man who had been an orphan in Cuba, and the orphanage sold him as a servant to a circus acrobat, and he grew up learning to be an acrobat. And then teamed with Foutit, and they demonstrated how a smart person and a dumb person made a good team. And they would start off, Chocolat, come here a moment. Yes, sir. I've got a joke for you. My mother had a child, and it wasn't my brother or my sister. Who was it? I don't know. Who was it? It was me. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. I like that. Mr. Ringmaster, Monsieur Ringmaster. Yes, Chocolat? I have a joke for you. All right, go ahead. My mother had a child, and it wasn't my brother, and it wasn't my sister. Who was it? Oh, that's easy. It was you. No, it was Foutit. Okay, I'll be back a little later to share some more circus history. I know a lot more about the circus than I can share tonight. I don't want to take too long because we have a very talented cast who's waiting to entertain you. I'll be at the sound effects table during intermission and immediately after the show. If you have any questions about the circus, I'll be glad to answer them. If you just want to talk and tell me some of your experiences with the circus, I'd be glad to hear that. So now, on with the show.
Thank you. All right, Bruce, Charlie Johnson. These are special stories that you can only hear from a real clown. Thank you, Bruce. He'll be back a little bit later in the program. For right now, I'd like to invite up the director of our first program, Miss Janine Olivier.
Thank you, Lindsay, and welcome everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. Bruce is behind the live sound effects table right here, so he's going to be running our live sound effects. So what you hear, like a telephone or footsteps or something like that, that will be Bruce, and assisting him tonight will be Alice. So anyway, our first show tonight is Fibber, McGee, and Molly, and they ran on the radio successfully between 1935 and 1959. They were a husband and wife team by the name of Jim and Marion Jordan, and they had been working on the radio since the 1920s. Jim was kind of a foilable, prone fibber, and Marion played his very patient and tolerant wife, Molly, and they always put focus on Fibber's tall tales and his extended monologues and all of his crazy, wild ideas. And this was actually the first radio show that had a parade of guests that would come on. They had an ensemble cast of regulars that you're going to hear some of them tonight, such as Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, who was voiced by Harold Peary. And you will hear that voice and you'll go, oh, yeah, that guy. We also have Mr. Old Timer. And for some odd reason, he always called Fibber Johnny and Molly daughter, even though they weren't related. There's also Teeny, the little girl that was always, trying to bum spare change, and she'd always say, yeah, you betcha, in her sentences, and sometimes she'd lose track of her conversation, so maybe, early dementia. But anyway, we had Dr. Gamble, Foggy Williams, Ole Swanson, Miss Abigail Uppington, and Wallace Wimple. He always talked about sweetie pie, sweetie face, and they actually used him as a cartoon character, Droopy. You're also going to hear Harold K. Boomer tonight. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be a great group of people. I'm going to call the cast up, and we're going to bring to you, the title is Fibber McGee and Molly, The Circus Comes to Town, broadcast May 28th, 1940.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly, who join with our sponsors in urging you to support the Red Cross immediately and to the best of your ability. A donation to the Red Cross is an investment in humanity. Thank you. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Marion and Jim Jordan as Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson and the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. This is Circus Day in Wistful Vista. The town is plastered with posters, and our hero is the proud possessor of 2 general admission tickets. He is all a twitter to get going, and here, urging his better half to more speed, we find Fibber McGee and Molly.
Oh, come on, Molly. I want to get to the circus and see that hula dancer shake it up.
What?
Shake it up, Molly.
Oh, now listen here. All right, dearie, all right. We have plenty of time.
No, we haven't. We're so late now. I'd better call a cab.
What? Call a cab to go to a circus?
Yeah, certainly. Why not?
Well, it just doesn't seem the right spirit somehow. It's like wearing everything evening clothes to a fish fry.
Just the same. I ain't going to miss any of this circus by being late. Give me the phone. Hello, operator? Give me the Wistful Vista taxi service. Oh, is that you, Mert?
Oh?
Oh, how's every little...
Oh, brutal.
What do you mean, brutal? Her uncle got up first this morning and had the coffee all made up by the time she got out of bed. Now, I say, Mert, no.
Well, I tell you, it'll do us good to walk in.
Boy, well, I'll be glad to get a smell of a real circus again. It'll bring back the old days when I was a bull boss with the old Wagon-Beck and Hollis outfit.
Bull boss?
Yeah, I'm in charge of the elephants. What'd you think I meant?
Well, not that.
I won't forget that one time we were playing in Punkville, Alabama, and it was
Hello, daughter. Hello, Johnny. Say, where are you kids going to spend your summer vacation?
Well, we haven't decided yet, Mr. Oldtimer. Why?
Well, I just wanted to suggest the Canadian Rockies.
Why the Canadian Rockies?
Well, I got a nephew up there, and I would kind of like to see him again. And well, you might have room for me in the back seat, kids. I wouldn't be any trouble, honest. And I'm and loads of fun.
What?
Being that I'm in a liberal mood today, Johnny, I'd say that was pretty good. But it ain't the way I heard it. The way I heard it, one feller says to the other fella, hey, says, it looks like television is really here, don't it? And imagine seeing and hearing programs hundreds of miles away. Yep, says the other feller, and you can smell some of them even further than that. Nothing personal, kids.
Well, thank you.
Now, don't forget, if you go to the Canadian Rockies this summer, I'm going along, and you will never regret it till it's too late. Well, so long, kids.
Yeah, take care, old timer. Come on, hurry up, will you, Molly? Molly, I gotta hurry.
Well, I'm hurrying up. My goodness, anybody would think you never saw a circus before.
Well,
Oh, say, incidentally, how much did the ticket set you back?
not a dime, not a thin, shiny, well-warmed dime, baby. I got these tickets the easy way, professional curtsy.
Meaning what?
Well, you see, it was this way. I agreed to. Oh, shucks, we'll never get to the circus this way.
No.
Come in.
Going to the circus, I'm going to
Ah,
the
now
circus.
wait a minute. What are you so excited about, Gildersleeve? So are we going to the circus?
Well, I wish I could be as enthusiastic as you two. To me, a circus is just a #2 road company of the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Is that so? Well, I don't care so much about the animals, but oh boy, do I like those trapeze performers.
Yeah, and the trick riding.
Yep, and the tightrope walkers.
Oh, yeah.
Gee, I love tightrope walkers when they jump up on a rope just like this and they balance.
Get down off of the back of that Davenport, Mr. Gildersleeve.
You're a hard woman, Mrs. McGee.
Hey, Gildy. You ain't wrong. Hey, Gildy, you got tickets or you gonna crawl under the tent?
Well, I got tickets, but I got a good notion to crawl under the tent anyway. Just for old time's sake.
Yeah, me too.
How about you, Molly? Are you game to?
No, I'm not. If you two want to act like you're still wearing short pants, don't expect me to act the same. I mean, oh dear.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. McGee. I didn't get it.
Now, why, are you coming along with us, Gildy?
No thanks. I like to prowl around alone.
Oh?
You know, last year I walked right up and talked to one of the lady acrobats.
Oh, did you? Honest?
I sure did, McGee. Gee, she was pretty. I still got a spangle that dropped off her dress. Look.
Oh, boy. What do you want for it?
What would you give me for it?
Oh, heavenly days. Come on, McGee. I'm ready.
Let's go this way, Gildersleeve.
Oh, where are you going, McGee?
Out the back door.
What's the matter with the front door?
It won't open.
Oh, why not, McGee?
Well, it's got circus posters plastered all over it.
What?
What? Fibber McGee, what on
Now,
earth?
wait a minute, Molly. It was just a professional curtsy. You don't think they'd give me these 2 tickets for nothing, do you?
On every street in every city, there are cars right now that need Johnson's Car New. Cars that look dull and dingy because their owners still think it's expensive or hard work to clean and wax polish them. Now, before Johnson's chemists developed the sensational Car New, this was true. But today, with Car New, you can both clean and wax polish your car in one easy operation. 2 jobs at one and the same time in half the time it used to take. Every housewife knows that Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat has taken the labor out of floor polishing, and soon every car owner will know how Car New has taken both the hard work and the high cost out of car polishing. Car New is a liquid. You simply apply it with a cloth, massaging the finish gently. It dries to a white powder. Wipe off the powder, and you'll say, with thousands of other car owners from coast to coast, your car looks like new when you use Car New. Buy a can right away from your regular wax dealer, auto supply store, or service station.
Oh, boy, this is fun. Hey, Molly, I'm going to go buy a toy whip.
What for?
I don't know. I always buy a toy whip.
All right, folks, step right up, quench your thirst with a nice first glass of punk lemonade. It's refreshing, exhilarating, stimulating. Get your punk lemonade here, punk lemonade.
Hey, bud, you mean pink lemonade, don't you?
You tried it, folks?
No, we haven't.
Get your punk lemonade here.
Well, now, I wonder where that guy is that sells the toy whips. I think I'll get one with a red tassel. You know, I had my last one.
Hi there, mister. Hi.
Well, hello there, little girl. Ain't lost, are you?
No, are you?
No, don't tell me you're here all alone.
Well, all righty. I won't say a word about it, I bet you.
What, do you mean you are?
No.
Well, no what?
Hmm?
Well, are you here all alone or not?
No, I came with my daddy. Well, he's over there buying some cotton candy.
You like cotton candy?
No. No, but he does.
Well, this must be a great day for you, sis. Coming to a big circus like this, it's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, mister. It's the same old stuff. But my daddy gets such a bang out of it, I pretend to love it. Well, personally, I'd rather stay home with a good book any day.
Well, that's very tactful of you, sis. I hope you'll always try to be a pal to your old man.
Oh, sure. He's a trial at times, but as a rule, he's pretty good. But what I say is I wouldn't take $1 million for him or give you a dime for another one. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what's the matter, sis?
Oh, there's my daddy eating another hamburger. Oh, he's just going to make himself sick eating all that junk. Daddy, you put that down this minute.
Parents must be a great responsibility, a little squirt like that. Ain't they, Molly?
Yes, they must be. From what I can judge, a father may bring his little boy out to the circus, but it takes a circus to bring out the little boy in the father.
All right, folks, only a dime, 10 cents, 1/10 of a dollar to see Osteo, the human skeleton, who stands 6 feet high in the overcoat and weighs only 47 pounds in his stocking feet.
Huh?
Sure, see Osteo, the human skeleton, otherwise known as Benny the Bag of Bones. Step right up, folks. Step up, folks. Step up.
Hey, Molly, let's go see the human skeleton.
Well, all right if you want to, but to me, no thin man is any good without Myrna Loy.
Hey, Bob, 2 tickets, please.
Thank you, brother, thank you. And now if you'll step right in, the lecture is about to begin.
Oh, look at the crowd, will ya? What does that automobile have to do with the human skeleton?
I don't know, but he's skinny enough to double as a windshield wiper.
All right, folks, if you give me your kind attention, take a good look at Osteo, the human skeleton. But don't crowd him, please. Osteo is easily rattled. Rattle for the folks, Osteo. Thank you, thank you. And now we will show you how the human skeleton got himself into this deplorable condition. Proceed, Osteo.
Why, look, McGee, he's polishing the automobile.
Exactly, and polishing it the old-fashioned way. That's what happened to Benny the Bag of Bones, folks. He wore himself to a shadow trying to restore the finish on his automobile with an inferior hard-rubbing cleaner and polisher. Now, if only he had used the new and sensational Johnson's Carnu, the double-acting, easy-to-use product that cleans and polishes at the same time, he would no doubt have been as fat and sassy as any of us here today because... Excuse me a minute, folks. Hey, buddy.
Who, me? What do you want?
Hey, stick around, pal. After this lecture, we put on a splendid show in the rear tent for men only. 25 cents extra.
Boy, for men only, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of show is it, bud?
You can see the human skeleton polish a trailer.
Oh, come on, McGee.
Now, what was it I intended to do? Oh, yeah, go buy a toy whip. I wonder where that guy is that sells toy whips.
You don't want any of those silly things, McGee. I won't let you spend your money on such foolishness.
Excuse me, brother, but aren't you Fibber McGee?
Huh? Oh, well, if it ain't my old pal, Buster Dawson.
Who's Buster Dawson?
Oh, he's this fella right here. Well, I'm glad to see you again, Buster. This is my wife, Molly.
How do you do, I'm sure.
Howdy, ma'am. Any friend of McGee's is a friend of mine.
Well, what are you doing around here, old copper?
Oh,
Oh, don't you know? I own this circus. Have you folks seen the performance yet?
Oh, well, not as yet, no, Mr. Dawson.
Well, I'll be glad to have you as my guest. Just ask the usher to take you to the owner's box.
Oh,
We certainly appreciate this, boss.
Oh, not at all, McGee. If you have any trouble at all, just yell for my head roustabout, Slugs McGinty.
Slugs McGinty. Ah, there's a fine old aristocratic name. Old Mayflower stock, I presume.
No, old cauliflower.
Ha ha, Buster.
Me and Buster here used to be in the circus business. Molly, I can't remember now whether he worked for me or whether I worked for him, but we was in the same outfit for years, wasn't we, Buster?
Yeah, and you work for me, McGee.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did at that.
Well, now, isn't that nice?
Yes, sir. We always used to say that nobody could clean a cage like old Ratface. Remember how we used to call you Ratface,
McGee? Great bunch of kidders, them guys.
Well, McGee, I got to go check up
Hey, Molly, look, there's Mrs. Uppington.
Oh, what on earth is she doing at a circus?
I'll bet she's gonna take a lesson from camels on how to look supercilious.
Say, that the lady you're talking about over there?
Yeah?
She looks sort of familiar to me.
She'd look familiar to anybody who's ever opened up a can of prunes. I never saw such an old pickle. Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Uppington? So nice to see you.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. McGee and Mr. McGee?
Hi, Uppy.
Oh, my goodness. So this is a circus. Quaint game, isn't it?
Oh, you mean to say you've never been to a circus before, Uppy?
She travels with her own McGee.
Huh?
3 rings under each eye. Just kidding, Miss Uppington.
Oh, certainly, my dear. I always consider the source.
Wow.
Isn't this interesting? I've just begun to realize what I've been missing all these years. What with my sheltered childhood and strict upbringing, Oh, Miss McGee, aren't you forgetting something?
Where's your social graces, McGee?
Huh?
Give Miss Uppington a knockdown to Mr. Dawson.
Oh, excuse me. Mrs. Uppington, I'd like you to have you meet an old pal of mine, Buster Dawson.
This is Miss Abigail Uppington, Mr. Dawson. She's the hot air in our social register.
How do you do, Mr. Dawson? Charmed, I'm sure.
Mrs. Abigail Uppington, hey? What are you trying to do, Fibber? Kid me? Social leader? That's a hot one.
Well, I consider that you owe me an apology.
Lay off, Toots. You're killing me.
What? Toots?
Yeah, what do you mean, Buster?
Why don't you recognize her, McGee? Oh, no. I guess she was before your time. Why, when I knew her, she was Mademoiselle Tootsie Latour, Queen of the Bareback Riders. Hey, Toots?
Well, for heavenly days.
I deny everything.
I always wondered how she could stay up on her high horse without being trained for it.
Why don't you break down, Tootsie? You've got nothing to be ashamed of. Why, you were the second best rider under the canvas.
Second best? Well, and who was better than I? Why, I was a... Whoops. What am I saying?
Uppy, as the cook said to the waiter when he spilled the beans, I guess you spilled the beans.
Well, really, this is most embarrassing. You never could keep your trap shut, Buster Dawson.
How did you ever come to leave the circus, Abigail?
Well, one night I was doing my double back flip through these 3 paper hoops to a handstand, and something frightened my horse, and I landed on a gentleman's lap in the reserved seats.
No wonder she's always acting so chilly, Molly. She's a Laplander.
And then what happened, Miss Uppington? Toots.
That gentleman, my dear, was Mr. Uppington. He proposed to me the moment they revived him. Oh, how I long to be out there again, doing my triple forward somersault over 4 white horses. Maybe I could fall in love with another gentleman like Mr. Uppington. Or am I just being a silly girl? Well, goodbye, my dear. Goodbye, Mr. McGee, and so long, Buster, you old rot.
Well, Come on, Molly. Here's the big tent. I'll have to ask an usher where Dawson's private box is, I guess.
Ah, there, my good lady, my dear. Very appointment as Deputy Sheriff Cornpone. I'm the pickpocket detail. Imagine me on the pickpocket detail. As if picking pockets was ever anything but a detail to me.
Ah, so you're a sheriff. Hey, let's see your badge, Boomer.
Quite a little skeptic, aren't you?
You betcha.
Also spelled without the K. Now let me see what I did with that badge. Shall we begin, Begin?
Yes, Goon.
Beg pardon?
Yes, Goon.
You read that wrong, Molly. It says, yes, go on.
Oh.
Thank you. Now let me see. Where did I put that sheriff's badge? Had it right here a minute ago. Badge. Oh, here's a nice little Swiss watch. I think it's a Swiss watch. Fellow certainly yodeled when I took it from him. Let's see. Snapshot of Billy Rose's aquacade. Never saw so many chorus girls in one dive in my life. Oh, look. A handful of upset diamonds. No, I mean unset. It was the jeweler who was upset. Oh, here's an old passport of mine. I was quite a wealthy man when I first came to this country. I had 53 pieces of luggage.
Heavenly days, 53 pieces.
Yes, indeed. Deck of cards and a blackjack. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's the inevitable check for an abbreviated beer. Oh, well, imagine that. No deputy sheriff's badge. I've been robbed. Help! Police! Deputy sheriff! Somebody get them!
That guy's as crooked as a snake's hind leg.
Oh, dog's hind leg, dearie.
Well, I know, but I like dogs. Let's go on in, Molly. Imagine us sitting right in the owner's private box.
General admission tickets, please.
Here you are, bud. Come on, Molly.
Well, listen, now how do we find Mr. Dawson's private box?
Oh, we'll find it. If not, we can always ask for Spuds or Chugs or what did he say that guy's name was?
I don't remember. Ask the usher.
Hey, usher. Where's Mr. Dawson's private box?
Right here, Mr. First box on the left.
Thank you.
Oh, aren't these lovely seats, dearie?
Yeah, for sure. Some stuff, huh? Best in the house. Oh, it sure pays to have friends, don't it, Molly?
Oh, it certainly does.
Won't be long now.
All right, you two. Out of them seats. Them's reserved for the boss.
Now, listen, it's all right, boy. We're Mr. Dawson's guests.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me see your pass.
Well, I ain't got a pass, bud. Me and Buster's old pals. I used to know him way back in
Come on, quit stalling. Out of them seats.
Now, wait a minute, bud. Don't you get so tough. You can't just throw us out of here.
Oh, no? Well, who's gonna stop me? You and who else?
Me and who else? I mean, who's that fellow Buster told us to yell for? Oh, yeah, me and McGillicuddy. That's who. Hey, McGillicuddy!
I'm not scared of you and all your friends. Now get out of that box before I drag you out.
Mickey, maybe we better go back and...
No, don't worry, Molly. I know how to handle this. Hey, McGillicuddy! No, that's not it. Hey, McGonagall! We need you.
All right, turn off that yelling. You're creating a disturbance.
Yeah. McGarrity.
I warned you to pipe down. Now take this.
See here, mister, stop all that this instant.
Yeah, cut that off. McGinnis! My goodness.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, McGee. Quick, think of that man's name.
I got it. I remember now. Oh, dang it, I forgot it again.
All right, scram, stupid.
I won't do it. Hey, McGiven. McSweetie. McDonald.
Now listen, Townie, you're getting in my hair.
McGuire. McCoy. McBride.
Oh, McGee.
McGee. No, wait, that's me. McNutt. McNair.
Well, I guess I gotta show you I mean business.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, my good dear. Oh, no.
Okay, now take him away, lady. That'll teach him to get fresh with Slugs McGinty.
McGinty!
McGinty! That's it! Hey, McGinty!
Fibber and Molly will be back in just a moment. For more than 50 years, the makers of Johnson's Wax have done their best to provide their customers with the finest polishes that can be made. Scientists are constantly at work in the Johnson's Wax laboratories, developing new products and perfecting old ones. When you buy any one of the famous Johnson's Wax polishes, you know that you'll be getting a complete satisfaction. Before any new product is offered for sale, it is thoroughly tested, both in the laboratory and by hundreds of users from one end of this country to the other. We can almost say from one end of the world to the other. You'll find the most particular housewives depending on Johnson's Wax and the other fine Johnson's Wax polishes to keep their homes beautifully clean and shining with the least possible effort and expense. It most certainly pays you to insist on genuine Johnson's Wax products in their attractive packages. These products include genuine Johnson's Wax paste or liquid, Johnson's self-polishing glow coat for floors and linoleum, Johnson's Car New for automobiles, and Johnson's cream wax furniture polish.
Well, do you still think circuses are fun, McGee?
Sure I do. I used to be an old lion tamer.
Is that so?
Uh-huh.
Why did you ever quit?
I ran out of old lions.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's self-polishing glow coat, inviting you all to join us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company. But we're not done yet, folks. The radio enthusiasts of Puget Sound have presented Fibber McGee and Molly and the episode The Circus Comes to Town, first broadcast May 28, 1940. In our cast today, you heard Dean T. Moody as Fibber McGee, Lindsay Dobbeck as Molly, Dave Selvig as the old-timer, the usher, and the ticket taker, Brian Hendrickson as Gildersleeve and Boomer. Rob Boker was the salesman and Slugs McGinty. Jen Olivier was Teeny and Mrs. Uppington. David Person was Buster Dawson. Live sound effects were created by Bruce Johnson and Alice Watson, and the electronics engineer was Jim Dolan, aided by Ryan Asbert, who directed the video. Let's see. Recorded sound effects were by Spencer Gristinazzi. I beg your pardon, I butchered that. Spencer? Can you speak up a little louder? Yeah.
Oh, Kristenziana.
You got an audience out here waiting to know who you are.
Spencer Kristenziana.
Okay. The whole production was directed by Janine Olivier, Harlow Wilcox, the sideshow Barker, and the announcer were enacted by yours truly, Randy Clausen. Thank you. What did she do? Oh. Our organist, our wonderful organist for all of this evening is Mr. Jameson here. I beg your pardon. She's nice looking, but boy is she bossy. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
you. All right. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed Fibber, McGee, and Molly. And now we'd like to bring another one of our directors to the stage to talk a little bit about the next show, which is an episode of Red Skelton. And that would be Mr. David Person. And we're going to bring back Bruce as well to give you some background information about Red Skelton.
Good evening again. You'll hear a little bit about Poodles Hannaford in this next episode. Poodles took the old Billy Buttons routine and he updated it. That's what clowns do, is to make things relevant, they change the context. Instead of being a tailor, he was a college student. And he would enter the ring and he would do the latest dance craze with his sister Gracie. And then his brother Tommy would come in and start to impress Gracie with his ability to ride a horse. And Poodles played somebody who had never ridden a horse before, and he would jump up on the horse and, of course, have the same problems that Billy Buttons had. Poodles Hannaford is considered to be the best equestrian to ever have lived. He set a Guinness Book of World Records for continuous jumping on and off a running horse. He did that in 1915 when he first came to the United States. His career showed the breadth of the circus arts. He started with Ringling Brothers. He went to vaudeville. His family started their own circus. Then he was in an opera that was set in a circus, and then he was in a Broadway show that was set in a circus. And then he performed in the Shirley Temple movie called Our Little Girl. He did his horse act in that. While he was busy doing other things, he taught his brother George to play the riding fool and take his place. And then when he came back to the act and tried to take over again, George resented being sent back to being the straight man. So he left the family and started his own act. And they started the Royal Hannaford Circus, and George taught his son Tommy to do the act. And then Tommy's taught a young acrobat, Mark Caroli, to do the act. And I saw Mark perform at the Circus World Museum about 25 years ago. And when Poodles was young, he would dance. As he got older and people didn't believe he was a college student anymore, he stopped dancing, but Mark Caroli found a way to add it in. He'd be riding the horse, and the ringmaster would say, "Get down off that horse." And Mark would say, "What?" And the ringmaster would say, "Get down." And the band would start playing a hip-hop song, and Mark would break dance standing on back of the horse. Tommy's grandson is now performing the act, and the Royal Hannaford Circus is still on the road. So 4 generations of the Hannaford family have performed that act, and the legacy of families is an important part of the circus. And now Dave is going to talk just a little bit about another second-generation circus performer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we'll be presenting an episode of the Red Skelton Show. Red was a very popular and successful comedian who starred in movies, old-time radio, and television. He was a fixture on CBS radio and television for close to 30 years. His comedy characters included Freddie the Freeloader, Clem Cadiddlehopper, and tonight's character, Junior the Mean Whittle Kid. Red's comedy routine roots go back to his days working as a clown for the Hagenbeck Wallace Circus. He followed in the footsteps of his father, who was also a clown for the time, but unfortunately passed away before Red was born. Red never forgot his humble beginnings. His gentle performance style was greatly admired by other entertainers and by his audiences. Now, I want to tell you something about tonight's character that is going to be portrayed in Red Skelton. You thought Bart Simpson was bad. Well, this kid is the original Bart Simpson. He's a 4-year-old firecracker and troublemaker and an imp of Satan if there ever was one. Further Circus.
and we'll see you back for Act 2. Thank you.
Where did the word circus come from?
It means circle. Uh-huh. So the circus, it comes in the language is the circle.
Okay.
So it's Latin.
Yeah.
In Roman times, they had the Circus Maximus,
Yeah.
which was, it wasn't what we would call a circus. It was a circular arena where they had chariot races and gladiator contests.
Okay. So, sort of the idea of a circus around here.
It's just a show within a circle. Oh, good. Yeah. My wife will tell you it's my passion.
It sounds like it, and I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, in high school and college, I didn't like history because it was memorizing names and dates, because that's what they could test.
Yeah.
And then when I started clowning, John Townsend wrote a book called Clowns, which was a history of clowns. And I discovered that history is really interesting stories. Stories about interesting people.
Yeah.
And things that you could learn from the past that you can apply to today.
It wasn't memorizing rote information.
So the beans.
Yeah. They do the sound of walking on gravel. That's one way to do it. And the other way of doing it is to use a sack with a sock with wax.
Oh yeah, that would do it. Yep. I do a lot of. I've been doing theater since 1980, and right now I do properties mostly, and I get to create the most fun stuff. But you've kind of given me some ideas because, like, we have one of these for off stage. But the hinge.
Yeah. I read a Fix-It book and it said you can have, if a pin squeaks, take the pin out straight. So I took the pin out, bent it, and put it in to create my squeaky.
Squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was a nice little scene. What fun. Having a great time. Thank you. Well,
Reps has somebody, when CBS closed their radio studios, somebody went and got all their sound effects equipment. And everything was painted white. So this was the CBS radio car. And we know that it was used in Sorry Rock Number, starring Agnes Moorehead.
right.
It was used in Alfred Hitchcock's 39 Steps radio version of this movie.
Right.
We don't have it plugged in, but it has it'll ring like a phone, it'll do a buzzer, it'll do a click.
right. That's a
and
nice piece.
The
I kind of drool on that.
buzzer on this when George Burns and Gracie Allen moved to CBS, their radio program would start with the doorbell buzzer. Gracie would say, "Oh, hello, George, we have company." Their doorbell was the buzzer on this phone.
Oh my God. And then is this just to tone it down, or did it come like that?
It came like that. I think that was so when they moved it from studio to studio, it protected the bells.
Oh, that would make sense.
See,
Well,
here you can see where the bells are.
oh, my theater would love that. I'll be good.
I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
Some you can, technically you can get it. The last time I ordered it, it came from India. All the parts were there, but they come together. So if you order one, it's just called a one-handed vanishing cake. And if you order it, let me know that you got it, and I'll show you how to put it together correctly. So you have a business. I'll see the back office. I have any with me. No, I didn't break any tonight. Oh, that's a Barbie doll. That's how it is. Dave, are you doing on purpose? No. No, that's how it is. Yeah. That is a turtle icon. Circus Barbie. Go direct. I was wondering if you had see where I put them. Actually, I got thank you. If you have a pet shop, take that piece of paper there and follow the instructions while I'm looking for the rest of my manual.
Jim, are these on? Are these on? Hello, 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 everybody. We're going to get going here with the second half of the show. Thank you, Jameson. But before we take off with our second half of our performance, welcome back to Kenyon Hall. If you guys want to take some seats, we're going to get going with a second half here. But before I bring our other performers back to the stage, I've just got a couple notes to make and a couple announcements to give. If you don't know me, my name is Murphy Jansen, and I am here to run the hall, book our acts, and keep this place going. Thank you very much. We're always so happy to bring in acts even more variety and fun than is usually here with our organs. So thanks to Reps for bringing the cheer and charm like they always do. A couple of things that I would like to give for some upcoming shows before I get into our top hat here. Some shows that will be upcoming that you might be interested in. Next Saturday on May 3rd, we're welcoming the wonderful Sid Smith and Christina Olson, who are amazing songwriters. Sid came last spring and just wowed our audiences with her amazing songwriting and guitar playing, and so we'll be welcoming them here on Saturday the 3rd. And then I also wanted to highlight, for those of you that might be interested, on Friday, May 23rd, we are starting what will be a one-off at the time, but hopefully a continuing series of a West Seattle Story Slam for those of you that are writers or poets or storytellers in your own right. We'll be opening, it's a free night where you can come and sign up and tell your story. The theme of that night will be in honor of the Memorial Day weekend. So if you are a composer or a writer or just like to talk, you can come and sign up for our storytelling slam. As well as Friday, June 6th, put this one on your calendar, we will be welcoming Sawyer Best back to Kenyon Hall. Sawyer is known around Kenyon Hall as one of our contributing guest Wurlitzer organ artists. He's played many times with Reps. He plays with our Christmas show. And so we'll be welcoming him back to Kenyon Hall on Friday, June 6th, in his variety hour, hosting many of the musicians that you even see here tonight, as well as many of other of his friends and colleagues. As always, and I didn't get to say this at the beginning of the show, but the things that we put on at Kenyon Hall and the acts that we bring in and the audiences that we welcome wouldn't have been possible without the amazing work that had been done here for 3 decades prior to this. And so I always like to dedicate these shows and every night that we put on here to the legacy and honor of Lou Mager, who was a wonderful man. He's the reason why many of us still come out to Kenyon Hall and why I was able to be a part of this place before his passing. And so it's because of him that this place is still here and thriving. And so thanks to him and all of his friends and all of you audience members that knew Lou. And we really appreciate everything that you give to Kenyon Hall, as well as our artists as well. So with that, in that tradition, we've been long giving away prizes and things like that for those that come to Kenyon Hall. So actually, if I could get maybe a help of a little one in the audience, if we have somebody that, yeah, come on up. All right. Can you tell me your name? Yvetta. Give it up for Yvetta, everyone. Thanks, Yvetta. So what I'm going to have you do, Yvetta, is, without peeking, grab into this hat and, if you could, grab a piece of paper that feels right to you. You want to read it out? Is
Pat Garner in the audience? All right, Pat. Pat, if you'd like, you can stay there, but what you've won is 2 tickets to a future Kenyon Hall performance. So that can be when Reps comes back for their Halloween show in October or any other show that takes place at Kenyon Hall. I will deliver these to you in your seat, but thank you for coming tonight, and let's give it once more for Pat, everybody. Okay, we got once more. We've got another special prize here tonight, thanks to Bruce and every other thing that he's brought here to Kenyon Hall to show us how the circus works and the amazing things that a clown can bring to our lives. But Iveta, if you could dip your hand once more. What do we got? Let's see. Craig Harold. Is Craig? All right, let's give it up for Craig. Craig has won a wonderful book by Bruce Johnson, a.k.a. Charlie the Juggling Clown, on comedy techniques. So now I expect you to come back and show us what you've learned next time you come to Kenyon Hall. All right, once more, let's give it up for Iveta. Thanks, Iveta. I'll take that one. All right, so that is my time. So before Bruce gives me the cane, if we could welcome up Lindsay once more and get the second half of our program started. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Murphy, and thanks so much, everybody, for being here. We hope you're having a good time so far. Have fun. All right, wonderful. Well, we're going to kick off the second act with just a little music for you. My colleague and friend and musician, Dean G. Moody, over here on the piano. Dean, do you have an instrument for me? Oh. Thank you so much. We're just going to sing a little song for you. Please enjoy. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind when you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh as your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is always in your heart or on the way. Don't you know it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much richer by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. Oh, and this is the best part, you'll get a head start if you are among the very young at heart. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, you're much richer by far when you're young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. Oh, and this is the best part, you got a head start if you are among the very young at heart. if you are among the very young at heart. Thank you, Dean T. Mooney. Oh, thank you, Dean. All right, thank you so much. We're going to bring up our circus historian, Bruce Charlie Johnson, one more time to give you a little background about what's coming up next.
Welcome once again. Did you ever wonder how popular songs were transported across the country in the 1800s when there was no radio, no phonographs? How it was done was through the circus. And the first time many people in America heard a big band was when the circus band came to town. And they would play popular songs of the time. I'll give a more modern example. When I was with Carson Barnes in 1980, they played Send in the Clowns and Rainbow Connection, and both those songs had been written within the previous 10 years. And then they also played a lot of traditional circus tunes that had gone back 60 years or more. And a lot of the songs were spread by the clowns who would sing in the one-ring circus. And after the show, they would sell little booklets. They were called songsters, and they would have the lyrics to the songs that the clowns sang and the popular songs. Sometimes they'd have the sheet music, but more often they'd have a little coupon, and the person who bought the songster could send the coupon in and get the sheet music from the music publisher. And in addition to having the music, they would also have jokes printed in them. So here's two jokes from circus songster that I have at home that was published in 1880. And do you know why the letter K is like a pig's tail? Because they're both at the end of pork. And do you know why the letter T is like an island? Because they're both in the middle of water. The circus was always an educational, not just entertainment, but it was education. P.T. Barnum started his career with the American Museum in New York City. And when he started his circus, they'd have one tent for the circus show and one tent which would be filled with museum exhibitions. Many people, the first zoo they ever saw was a menagerie that was traveling with the circus. And big innovations in animal care all came from circus people because they lived with their animals 24 hours a day, and they got to know them very well. When I traveled with the circus, the animals were treated a lot better than the people were. And one of the rules that on every show that I worked with or visited was that when the water tanker truck got to the lot, the humans couldn't have water until all the animals had something to drink, and then their troughs or buckets was refilled. And I asked D.R. Miller, who owned the Carson Barnes Circus, why he treated the animal better, and he said, well, they're to replace and they cost more. In the early 1870s, W.C. Coop was a partner with P.T. Barnum and his circus, and Coop came up with two important inventions. He figured out how to make a circus tent longer so that more people could go see it. One was in New York, the second one was in Chicago, and the third one was in a tent on the Ringling Brothers Circus lot that traveled around the country. People saw a lot of things for the first time with the circus. Most people, the first electric light they saw was in a circus tent illuminating the show. Circuses were the first people that took portable generators, so people were introduced to electricity through a circus. I mentioned that W.C. Coops invented a longer tent. He also figured out how to load circus wagons onto a railroad car easily, and the U.S. military went to the circus to figure out how he did it so they could move their equipment easily. When they invented the cargo containers, his method stopped being used for railroads, but his method is still being used by car dealers to transport cars to your local car dealer. They still use his method that he invented in 1870. There's two words that's important in the circus. One is publicity, and that's letting people know that you're going to be in town. And the other is public relations, which is making sure people are happy that you're in town. And the circus really stressed public relations. Circuses would go into hospitals and set up in the courtyards, and they bring the patients out. Clowns would go to hospitals and nursing homes. My first year with a circus, our local sponsor asked the clowns to go to a nursing home, and I'd been a clown for less than 2 years, and I'd never been to a nursing home. We went to the cafeteria, and we did the acts that we did on the circus, and then after we did our acts, a nurse said, was one of the clowns volunteer to go visit the people who couldn't come to the cafeteria? And the other clowns all took a step backwards, so I volunteered. I went to one room, and the woman in bed really didn't respond at all to my presence, and I wasn't sure what to do. I'd never been in that situation before, so I blew up a balloon and handed it to her. And she said, "Oh, is that for me?" And I nodded my head, yes, and she said, "Oh, thank you." And I could tell the nurse was getting excited, and when we went out in the hallway, she said, "Do you know what just happened?" And I said, "No," and she said, "That woman has been here for 6 months, and this is the first time she's ever spoken." And there's something inherent in the clown character that allows us to not communicate intellectually, but to communicate emotionally. And it wasn't because I was a great clown, I was just starting out. But it was something inherent in the clown character, and I've talked to a lot of other clowns who have had similar experiences, and now a lot of hospitals hire clowns either to be on the hospital staff or part of their volunteer staff to visit people in the hospital. And in 1980, they started doing research into the link between humor and health, and laughter and health. They're two different things. But they've verified now that there's a lot of benefits to laughing and to finding something funny. If you think it's funny, it causes changes to your nerve system, that causes changes to your endocrine system, that changes your immune system. So people who laugh more are less prone to getting disease. And also they discovered that if you find something funny, it increases your tolerance to pain. And here's a real simple exercise to experience what laughter will do for you. Just kind of breathe in and out through your nose. Now, while you continue breathing through your nose, frown. And now, while you're continuing breathing through your nose, smile. See how much easier it is to breathe while you're smiling. So that's one of the gifts that clowns give. I'm going to talk just a little bit about Clyde Beatty, who's going to be in this next episode. Until Gunther Gabriel Williams was brought to the United States in 1969 by Irvin Fell to star in the Ringling Brothers Circus, the most famous animal trainer in history was Clyde Beatty. And there's two types of animal acts. There's what's called a posing act, which emphasizes the beauty of the animals, and there's a fighting act, which emphasizes the courage of the trainer. And Clyde Beatty had a fighting act, but people would go back, news reporters got a chance to go backstage, and after the show were surprised the animals acted like they were trying to kill him. When Clyde Beatty would walk up to their cage, they'd press up against the bars, and while he scratched them between the ears or ran his hand down their back, they would chuff, which is the tiger's or lion's version of purring. And what it was his act was very carefully choreographed. He would stand in a specific spot, and he would cue one of his animals to charge him. And some of the animals were trained to go 4 steps, stop, turn around, and leave, and others would charge him until he gave them a cue to go back. But because he wanted to emphasize how he was fighting the tigers, he would crack his whip a lot. And he never hit the animals, but he would make it the popping noise. So whenever he performed, he'd always crack his whip a lot, because that meant he was very brave in fighting the animals. He had a mixed animal act. Usually people who do a big cat act have either lions or they have tigers. He had both lions and tigers. And circus people realized how dangerous that was because, as Clyde put it, lions hate tigers. And the biggest risk of being injured was if his animals got in a fight and he had to break it up. He was also, if not the only person to ever have a lioness in his act, one of the few who did, because that was even more risky, because when the lioness went into heat, the lions would fight over her. So he had people sit in the audience to find out what the public thought of his act, and people were confused by it because they didn't recognize a lioness. They didn't know what kind of animal it was. So he took the lionesses back out of the act, and his wife relaxed a lot more. I'll finish with one more little story about the circus and why it's so important. In 2015, I participated in the World Circus Summit, and the Ringling Brothers Circus brought in a letter that they had received. The author was a young teenager when he wrote it, and he said that he had decided to kill himself, and he had bought a bottle of sleeping pills, and he was going to take all the pills. But before he did that, he saw an advertisement for the circus being in town, and that they had an elephant act, and he had never seen elephants before. And he thought maybe he should go see an elephant before he killed himself. So he went to the circus, and he wrote that watching the performers, he was amazed at what they were able to accomplish. And he said that by the time the circus was over, he had a new sense of joy and hope, and he understood what it was possible for people to do, and he decided that maybe it was possible for him to overcome the problems that he'd been experiencing in his life, and he threw away the pills on his way out of the circus. And that's the kind of impact that the circus profession has on people. And that's why UNESCO has declared the circus is a undecipherable cultural heritage. And that means the circus has such a big impact they can't put a monetary value on it. And UNESCO has declared now that the circus not only deserves to be preserved, it needs to be perpetuated. So that's why so many radio programs featured circus episodes. Thank you very much.
So we are gonna do some trivia with Bruce here. So you might have seen when you walked in that we had some fun prizes in the case over there. I don't know if you noticed that wonderfully handwritten sign that said trivia prizes, but we had some very cool items that are trivia prizes. So Bruce, do you have some questions for our audience so that we can give away these fine, fun prizes? All right. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, what were the 2 large cats that Bruce was just talking about? Okay, I see a hand up back there. Young lady, what's the answer? Oh my goodness, and you are going to win whatever this is. I will bring
It's a spinning light that the Ringling Brothers sold in 1993.
These are all prizes that Bruce donated tonight. They're all, in a way, kind of cultural artifacts. Can you tell us about what this is, Bruce?
This was a snow cone cup that Ringling Brothers sold. But yeah, it's a lion. But tonight it has animal crackers or animal cookies in it.
So sweet. All right. Do you want to ask a harder question to the audience? If not, I can come up with one.
Somebody's wife was a singing clown in 1895.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. You are the winner.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is Poodle's Hannaford. That's the drawing that was in the art display that I created in 2000, tracing the history of clowning, and then it has a one-page biography.
All right. Do you want to ask a question about poodles?
Question about poodles. Okay. What film did he star in? Okay, who was the star of this film that he was in? Oh, we got a hand back over there. Shirley Temple, correct.
Wonderful. Who was that? Could you put your hand up for me? Wonderful. All right.
Okay. When I toured with Carson and Barnes Circus, how many rings were there?
From 1948, which is relevant because
It has 3 articles about the circus in it. And it was during the period where the circus radio episodes were performed.
that's right. So, since most of you got that question right, do we want to say? That's right. How about one more question to see if we can? This is for a real circus fan.
Oh boy. Who created the first circus? No?
No? I think it was earlier in the show, but I don't remember. Do you?
Okay, what country did he create it in? Oh, we got a winner.
Okay, who said that? Okay, wonderful. Great job. And then do you want
Okay, this is a little juicer. You would put the fruit on it and then pour it out of his elbow. What drink was invented in the circus?
Oh, well.
Close.
Oh, yes, sir.
What kind of lemonade? That's right, pink.
Oh my goodness, we have a winner. All right.
Okay, final prize and trying to think of a good question for it.
All right, final prize, final question.
Yeah, this is for over 10 years. I was the official historian for the World Clown Association, and I'm currently the historian for Clown Camp, which was the largest clown education program. So a lot of the articles I wrote about clown history are on the CD and PDF format.
Very cool. Question.
Who is considered the father of modern clowning?
Be sure to raise your hand. Okay,
No.
maybe a little easier one.
A little easier one.
Oh,
Oh.
did somebody say it?
N-
Was that it?
No. Who was Chocolatte's partner? Okay, let's do radio trivia.
Okay, how about a radio trivia? Do you want to give a question? Okay, I'll ask the question.
Yeah.
All right. Recently, in this last bit of history, Bruce talked about the gentleman who had the circus with the big cats. What was the name of that gentleman? You've won some prizes, sir. Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Is there anybody else who... Yeah, okay. That's right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, and glad that we had some winners. A great job with the questions, and to Bruce for such fascinating stories and history. Now we'd like to bring back up to the stage Miss Janine Olivier, our director of the next show, to give you a little history on that. Thank you.
Hello again. This next show is going to be the Phil Harris and Alice Faye, The Circus. Phil Harris and Alice Faye started as a comedy radio program in 1948 to 1954. And they had been previously known. Phil Harris was a band leader turned cast member of the same name on the Jack Benny program, while Alice was a frequent guest on programs such as Rudy Valley's variety show. So anyway, they played fictionalized characters of themselves, and they didn't use their own children. It was Janine Roos and Ann Whitfield that played their children. So anyway, let's see. Phil Harris was kind of a hipster jive talking band leader, and he had been on the Jack Benny show, but he was a very loyal husband to Alice Faye, and they were married for 54 years until Harris's death in 1995. So anyway, I'm going to bring the cast back up again, and we're going to perform this hilarious show of The Circus, which was broadcast April 10th, 1949.
Hey, when Disney did the movie Jungle Book, does
Yes.
anybody know the character that Phil Harris played in the original Disney movie?
Baloo.
Very good.
Bare necessities.
Folks, if anybody has misplaced a pair of sunglasses, please see Eric in the back. He may have them for you.
Good health to all from Rexall. Yes, it's Sunday. Time for the Phil Harris and Alice Faye Show. Presented by the makers of Rexall Drug Products and 10,000 independent Rexall family druggists.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist taking a little time from behind the prescription counter this Sunday evening to speak for all 10,000 of us, the 10,000 independent druggists who have added the word Rexall to our own store name. You can always tell us by the orange and blue Rexall sign in our windows. The sign means that we carry the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. They range all the way from aspirin to penicillin, and they are as fine and pure and dependable as science can make them. We independent druggists recommend them to our customers because we know you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. Now your Rexall family druggist brings you the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Sharp, and his music. Yours truly, Bill Foreman, and starring Alice Faye and Phil Harris. Early this morning, Frankie called Phil and told him he has tickets for the Clyde Beatty Circus, and he's taking the entire family. As we look in, the Harrises are getting dressed. Alice is applying her makeup, and Phil is combing his hair.
Phil, are you looking in your mirror?
Yeah, why?
Well, I'm looking in mine, and you know, Phil, we're starting to get a little older. We've changed in the last 8 years, and, well, I'm not too happy with what I see in my mirror.
Well, come over here and try mine. This one shows nothing but beauty.
Oh, so you're happy with what you see, huh?
Yeah, and you should be happy with what you see. Because, honey, you're prettier than ever. More beautiful even than when you were in pictures.
Oh, Phil, do you really think so?
I certainly do. You know, the added years have given you a matronly charm. Why, you don't show your age any more than Lillian Gish.
Lillian Gish? Phil, how old do you think I am?
31. You're a year younger than I am, and I'm 32.
You're 32. Well, we're certainly living in a fast age.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, today you're 32, and in only 3 short months, you'll be 44.
Let's not be catty, Thelma. I'm only 36. A man of 44 wouldn't have my terrific build. Just get a look at this build.
All right, Tarzan, put on your shirt and let's get ready.
Oh, no kidding, honey. Look at these bulging biceps. Look at the way these
Daddy,
pretty...
are you ready yet? Uncle Frankie will be here soon, and he...
Oh, girls, don't disturb your daddy. He's busy fascinating himself.
We're in a hurry to go to the circus. I want to see Clyde Beatty with his wild animals and the clowns and the strong man.
Baby Alice, you don't have to go to no circus to see a strong man. Honey, you want to see the display of brute strength? Just feel these muscles in my arm. Go ahead, kid. Feel it.
Okay, Dad. Gee whiz, your muscle's getting bigger. Now when I put my hand around your arm, my fingers barely touch.
Never mind, you have long fingers. Phyllis, you have a smaller hand. You feel my arm. Go ahead, press on it.
You mean like this?
Ouch! Phyllis, you're bruising me.
Phil, we're all dressed and ready. Will you please put your shirt on?
No, I ain't going to put no shirt on until you people admit that I got a terrific physique. I'm going to flex my arms once more. Look at that. Oh, just look at that.
Well, if it ain't the rage of Muscle Beach. What are you posing for?
Hey, Frankie, you're a man. You appreciate these things. Get a load of this physical development. You ever see a pair of strong bronzed arms like these?
Oh, is that what they are? I thought they were a couple of soiled pipe cleaners. Now, put your shirt on, Flabby. Let's get going. We'll be late for the circus.
You know, Frankie, it must be costing you quite a bit to take all of us.
Nah, forget it, Alice.
Well, I mean, 5 tickets must be pretty expensive. How much did they cost you?
Alice, please. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a person who brags about how much he spends. So don't ask me how much it costs. If I want to spend $100 for 5 tickets, that's my business.
Remley, 5 tickets didn't cost you no $100.
Ah, well, it might have been a little bit less.
How much less?
I got them for nothing. But there's special seats, and they're worth $20 a piece. Now, come on. I got my car out front. Let's get started. To the circus!
Gee, Daddy, I can hardly wait to get to the circus.
Just be patient, honey. We'll be there soon. Frankie,
Huh?
tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you manage to get those circus tickets for nothing?
Well, if you must know, I'm a friend of the manager, and he gave them to me because I did something for him.
Now, what could you do for him that would...
Daddy, look at that billboard about the circus. What does it say?
Oh, let's see. Oh, it says, this is the last day to see the biggest show on earth with wild animals, funny clowns, our famous sideshow featuring the bearded woman, Jojo the dog-faced boy, Fanny the fat lady, Pete the pinhead, and starring for today only, Phil Harris and Alice Faye. Who gave them permission to use... Remley? Mr. Remley?
You talking to me, Jojo?
So that's how you got the free ticket.
You got a lot of nerve telling them people we will appear in that circus.
Oh, Carly, don't get excited. You don't have to appear in a sideshow.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. All you got to do is let them shoot you out of a cannon. Yeah, you'll be billed as Flying Phil, the curly-headed buzz bomb.
Oh, all I'm supposed to do is let them shoot me out of a cannon.
That's all. And it pays well. You get $10 down and 2.5 cents mile traveling expenses.
Why, I oughta.
You can go far on a job like this. Huh?
Remley, look, why don't you let them stuff you in that cannon? That job's right up your alley.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You'll be paid for getting loaded.
Now, Frankie, if we have to appear in the acts, we are not going to the circus.
Yeah, and you can turn the car around right now because...
But, Daddy, we want to go. It's the last day, and we want to see the circus.
Well, you kids want to go, you can get shot out of the cannon.
No, the kids won't have to do that to see the circus.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
Them we'll glue together and build them as Siamese twins.
Frankie,
Only kidding. You don't have to take part in the acts. All the manager wants is for you and Alice to do is to make an appearance and take a bow.
Never mind, just take us home.
But, Daddy, there's the circus ground right over there. Can we please go, Daddy, please?
Well, if you kids want to see it so much, okay, come on.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Before the big show starts, we ask you to visit one of our wonderful midways with all its marvelous exhibits.
Gee, isn't this exciting? Mommy, I want to see the fat lady and the dog-faced boy.
And I want a hot dog and some cotton candy.
All right, come on, kids. I'll take you.
Oh, thanks, Frankie. By the way, where's Phil?
He's right across the midway there, watching that scientific exhibit.
Oh, well, that sounds interesting. I think I'll join him. Gee, it's nice to see Phil take an interest in something educational.
All right, gents, step right up. Watch little Egypt go through her gyrations. She shivers, she shakes, she quivers, she quakes. Now step a little closer, step a little closer. Hold it, but not that close.
I'm sorry. These scientific exhibitions, they just enthrall me. Gee, look at her shimmy. What marvelous muscle control. Gee, this is the most amazing...
You watching something, Phil?
...and disgusting exhibition I've ever seen.
Well, if it's disgusting, why are you watching her?
Oh, this kid has talent. Look at the way she shakes.
What? This is talent? She looks like a Model T trying to get started on a cold morning. Now, come on, Father.
Hurry up, you two. The show's about to start. What have you been doing?
She drugged me away from Little Egypt.
Carly, what a deplorable lack of taste. If you want to go to a burlesque show sometime, tell me. I can get past it.
Never mind.
Hey, you know, the girls love the circus. There's nothing like it for kids.
All right, let's go in. Let's hurry. You got the tickets, Remley?
Oh, yeah. I got them right here in my inside pocket.
Yeah?
They must be in my outside pocket. Well, I guess they're in my back pocket. Have the kids ever seen a burlesque show?
Frank, you mean you haven't got the tickets?
I'm sorry, Alice. I guess I lost them. Well, if we don't have any tickets, I guess we can't see the circus.
Oh. Uncle Remy, you promised to take us to the circus.
All right. Stop slobbering all over me. I promise to take you, and I will. I'll buy tickets, and I'll get the best. They're only $3 each. That'll be $15. Okay, let's see. I got 8, 10, 11, 12. I got 13 cents. Curly, can you lend me $14.87?
Well, you got all of 13 cents, huh?
Uh-huh.
You think it's safe to carry that kind of money around? Somebody might roll you for the whole wad, you know? You can blow a lot of cabbage that way.
All right, don't be sarcastic. Have you got any money?
Naturally not, when I thought I was being treated. All I got is some loose change. Let me see. Well, I guess I got $2. Now I'm going to have to disappoint the kids.
No, you don't have to. With $2, we got enough for 2 $1 seats.
Oh, that's right.
Sure.
Hey, Alice, Frankie and me will go in and see the circus and come out and tell the kids all about it.
You come back here. I have $1 in my purse. Give me that $2, Phil, and I'll buy 3 tickets, and I'll go in with the children. So long, boys. You wait right here for us.
Now, wait a minute, Alice. This is my treat. I ought to go in and... nuts. I had my heart setting on going to the circus.
Me too. You and your tickets. You always get a big idea.
All right.
Standing here now, there must be some way that we can get in.
Hey, Curly. How did we used to get into the circus when we were kids?
You mean, sneak in?
Why not? Come on.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be fun.
Sure.
Hey, now look. There must be some place around the side where we can crawl under the tent. Hey, look, how about over there, where those lion cages are?
Yeah, this is more fun than paying your way in.
Yeah.
Just for old... Carly, please, this is no time to sing.
It wasn't me, fresh guy. It was that lion in that cage over there.
Oh, ferocious looking beast, ain't he?
Never mind him. Now look, there's a space under the tent right there. Let's get down on our hands and knees and then crawl under. But let's not make any noise. Quiet, quiet, Leo. One more peep out of you and I'll send you back to MGM.
I don't know if we'll make it, Curly. This is a tight squeeze.
Well, we got our heads under now. Just keep trying. If only there was somebody on the other side to give us a push.
You mean like this, fellas?
Ow!
Ow!
Who did that? Julius, what's the idea of hitting us so hard?
Ah, if you were standing the other side, you could have beat our brains out.
With you guys, I can do it from this side.
What are you doing out here, Sharpie?
I'm working here, so I can earn my way in to see the circus. What are you two juvenile delinquents up to?
We lost our tickets and we're trying to sneak in to see the circus. Hey, as long as you work here, kid, let us in, will you?
Nothing doing. I wouldn't let you two guys in.
Julius, quiet. Not so loud. Those circus guys play rough. Why, if they ever catch us sneaking in, they'll blacken our eyes, break our noses, fracture our legs, arms, and skulls, and if that's not enough...
That's enough. Hey, Roo!
Wait!
Hey, Roo!
Grab him, Frankie. Put your hand over his mouth.
Got him! Got him. Now what do we do with him?
I don't know. We got to get rid of him, but how? Leo, that's an excellent idea. Hey, Frankie, Remley.
Huh?
I think the lion is hungry.
Curly, you mean?
Oh, why not? Leo would love a Julius burger.
Oh, Curly, don't be cruel. You want to give the poor animal a spoiled stomach?
Oh, well, let the lion just lick him a little anyway and see what happens, huh? You know, you could develop a taste for him, you know?
What are you, a couple of wise guys or something? Let go of me.
Well, we weren't gonna hurt you, Julius. We were only kidding you.
What's kidding about trying to make an hors d'oeuvre out of me?
Look, Junior, are you gonna help us sneak in, or do we have to throw you in that cage?
All right. I'll help you sneak in.
Can we crawl under this flap?
No, they got cops inside. They'll catch you. Wait a minute. I got a way to take care of you two. They told me to wheel that empty animal cage inside. You guys get in the cage, and I'll wheel you in.
Well, if there's cops inside, they're gonna see us.
I got that figured out, too. You guys wait here. I'll be right back.
Hey, Curly, we shouldn't have let him go. He may be pulling a trick on us.
What kind of a trick? He's only a kid. If he tries anything funny, between the two of us, we ought to be able to lick him.
Curly, I don't like the looks of this. Maybe we should forget about sneaking in.
Remley, if you want to get in to see the circus, you can't be wishy-washy. Once you make up your mind to do something, do it. It's like everything else. There's them that does and them that don't.
Hey, Julius, how are you going to sneak us in there?
Here. Put these things on.
What the heck are they?
A lion skin and a tiger skin. The clowns use them in their act. All you gotta do is put them on, get in the cage, and I'll wheel you inside the tent. Go on, Mr. Harris, put the tiger skin on.
You expect me to get into that mangy-looking throw rug? I wouldn't wear that skin if I was a tiger.
Well, you can take them off as soon as you get inside.
All right, let's do it. It'll get us in, and might be fun.
All right, we'll put them on. Remley, you get into the tiger skin.
I don't want to.
What do you mean you don't want to?
I want to be the lion.
Frankie, you can't be the lion.
Why not?
Because I'm gonna be the lion. Now let's get these skins on.
Oh, okay, but it ain't fair. You always get to be the best. Last month when we sneaked into the rodeo, you were the cowboy and I had to be the Indian.
Yeah, but how about the time before that? I let you be the cop and I was the robber.
How stupid can two grown men get?
Okay, Julius, we're in the skins.
Good, now, get in the cage and I'll wheel you in. Come on, get in.
All right, stop pushing. Stop pushing. We're in. Wait a minute. What are you shutting that gate for?
Quiet, you two. From now on, you're animals. Let's go, beasts. You guys wanted to get into the circus? Well, I'm going to see to it that you get right into the middle of it.
Okay, Julius, this is far enough. We'll get out here. Julius, you can stop.
Curly, I don't like the looks of this. Why is he wheeling us up to that caged chute? And why did he pick up that whip?
Okay, you two beasts. Out you go, right into the chute. Get going.
Ow!
Hey!
Yes!
Ow! Julius! Now, ow! Cut that out! I said cut it out, Julius. Do you hear me or don't you?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no such thing as a talking lion. That tiger must be a ventriloquist.
Julius, what are you doing to us? Where does the chute lead to?
You guys wanted to see Clyde Beatty's Wild Animal Act, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to me, you're not only going to see it, you're going to be in it. The chute will take you right into the big cage. Now keep moving.
Oh, Julius, you can't do that. You can't throw us in with those lions. They'll eat us.
So what? If I would make a good hors d'oeuvre, you guys would make an excellent entree.
Ow! Hey, if you...
No, don't, Curly. We better go on before he beats us to death. Now, come on. Hey, come on. There must be an exit at the other end.
I hope you're right. Remley, we're at the end of the chute.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming through the chute and entering the big cage are the two most ferocious beasts in captivity, Leo the lion and Raja the tiger.
Hey, they're applauding us. They think, Curly, stop bowing. You're supposed to be a lion.
Remley, Look at all these animals in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we call your attention to the Steel Arena, where we present the greatest animal trainer of all time, the one and only Clyde Beatty. And now, Mr. Beatty will put the animals through their paces.
All right, Leo, get up on your stand. Up, 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 I say.
Take it easy, Clyde, and stop waving that chair in my face.
What are you clowns doing in there on those skins? You want to get yourselves killed?
Don't say that. Just open the door and we'll make a break for it.
Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Make a false move and those lions might pounce on all of us. Keep those skins on and you might fool them. Now, jump up in these high stands. Go ahead, jump up.
Jump up? I'm 100 years old, man. Brimley, cradle your paws and give me a boost.
Oh, stop talking and let's climb up.
Oh, Brimley, the things that you get me into. Frankie.
What?
Look what's sitting next to me.
Huh?
A lioness. Oh, no.
What's the matter now?
She's making a play for me. She's rubbing up against me. What should I do now?
Well, don't offend her. Make a date with her. Take her to dinner.
Lady, would you like to go to the Brown Derby? Madam, please stop pawing me. I'm a married man. Get your paw off my knee. My wife and kids are watching.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Clyde Beatty will attempt the most astounding feat. He will make the tiger ride around the ring on the lion's back.
This is a fine time to play piggyback.
All right, Leo, let's jump down here. Jump! You too, Raja, jump! Look, you fellas, this is your chance to get out. Get on his back, and when you get to the chute, go through that door, but fast.
All right, Remley, get on my back. Let's go.
Okay. I'm on. Come on, Leo, mush!
Stop digging your claws into me.
Hi-ho, Leo, away!
Oh, Daddy, you and Uncle Frankie missed a swell show. Yeah, they had a wonderful animal act. The lion was terrific.
The what?
The lion was terrific.
Ah, thank you, my dear.
I suppose the tiger was nothing, huh?
You said it. That was the most stupid-looking tiger I ever saw.
I resent that.
Remley, be quiet. Come on, Alice. Let's get out of here. Hey, let's get the kids home and I'll take you out for dinner.
Carly, you can't take Alice to dinner.
Why not?
Don't you remember? You already have a date with...
Now, come on, Leo. Get in the car.
Alice and Phil will be back in just a moment. But first, here's your Rexall family druggist.
I'm afraid I rather startled a customer the other day. She was telling me...
You should see just how impressed my friends are when I tell them about all the careful tests and good treatment Rexall drug products get.
Well now, not every Rexall drug product gets what you call good treatment. Some of them just get the opposite.
Why, you can't mean that.
But I do. Some Rexall drug products get such rough treatment that Rexall scientists call it shock tests.
Shock tests?
Yes, ma'am. Shock tests. You see, Rexall's men of science know that certain combinations of chemicals sometimes break down under extreme temperature changes. This could happen during shipment across the country to our stores or even in your home. So, in Rexall laboratories, drug products of this type are exposed for long periods of time to alternating heat and cold shock tests. This makes sure that they'll stand up under any reasonable change in temperature.
Shock tests. I must remember that.
Well, ma'am, remember, it is another example of the uncompromising quality tests given to all the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. That's why some 10,000 of us independent Rexall druggists are proud to put the orange and blue Rexall signs on our windows. The sign means that ours are the only stores where you can get these products, and every one of those stores, a family druggist will tell you that you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall.
Friends, this is Phil Harris again. You know, cancer is one of our most deadly enemies, but you can do something about it. First, know the facts. Cancer is curable in its early stages. Second, send a contribution to the American Cancer Society. They need funds to continue the fight that they're making in your very own town. Just write the word cancer on your envelope and send it to your local post office. Good night, everybody.
Good night now.
This is Bill Foreman wishing good health to all from Rexall. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company. This has been the Phil Harris and Alice Faye Show. Phil Harris was played by Rob Bowker. Alice Faye was played by Jen Olivier. Little Alice and Woman were played by Lindsay Dabeck. Phyllis and Lioness were played by Alice Watson. Frank Remley was played by Dean T. Moody. The Barker and Lion were played by Brian Hendrickson. And the Ringmaster by Dave Selvig. Clyde Beatty and the Druggist by David Person. And Bill Foreman and Julius by Ryan Asberg. Directed by Janine Olivier. With live music by Jameson Colagrassi. Live sound effects by Bruce Johnson. Audio engineering by Jim Dolan. And digital effects by Spencer Kristen Ziana. This has been a Reps presentation.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We've got just another couple of little fun things to share. Bruce, do you want to come up here with me? All right. So, Bruce shared with me that when the circus was over, they would play the song Old Lang Syne, which was completely news to me. Do you want to just share a tidbit on that?
Old Lang Syne means the end of something and the start of something new. In the circus, people never say goodbye. They always say, I'll see you down the road, because circus people know eventually they'll run into each other somewhere down the road. I've gone places and then suddenly see somebody that I worked with 45 years ago in the circus. So it's true. We always run into each other eventually.
What a lovely sentiment. And join us, if you will, in singing Old Lang Syne. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are the radio enthusiasts of Puget Sound. Thank you especially to our clown and circus historian, Bruce Charlie Johnson. Our mission is to preserve the history of old-time radio and also to share the enthusiasm for audio dramas. Please check out our website, repsonline.org. Thank you so much to this fabulous cast, all of the volunteers who are donating their time and talent to this program. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jameson Colagrassi. Absolutely fabulous job. Thank you so much. Woo! And of course to all of our techs, Jim Dolan, Spencer Christenziana, Ryan Aspert, and thank you so much to all of you for being here with us and sharing this evening. So, and what was it that they say? We'll see you down the road. We'll see you down the road. Thank you.